Humans of the cardboard, welcome back to Just Nuts, guys. The news keeps on coming, leading up to Christmas here. Really cool stuff, cool announcement tonight. This is the announcement for the next core Yu-Gi-Oh set, but it's a little bit different. We actually get a little extra information than we normally do with this announcement. So the name of the set is called Dualist Advance. I'll be honest, I doubt there's that much you're going to be able to get from the name. I mean, normally the name of a set only really pertains to the whatever archetype is supported in the cover art support. Right, Rage of the Abyss was Shark support. That made sense. But Dualist Advance really doesn't give me much. If you have any ideas as what that name could mean for at least the cover support, let me know in the comment section down below. But that's not even really the most hyped thing about this one. So, as you can see here, we have a picture of Yu-Gi-Oh! Card game, The Chronicles. That's the new short animated series that Yu-Gi-Oh! Is going to be dropping in April, I believe, of 2025. And it's going to have a bunch of cool mini shorts like revealing information and showing just kind of some background to a bunch of the lore and storytelling behind a lot of the archetypes in the last couple years past, and even some a little older than that. And so what you see from the actual announcement as far as information is this. Let's read through it. The first core booster pack for fiscal year 2025 Dualist Advance will release on April 26th, 2025, almost exactly 3 months after Alliance Insight, because Alliance Insight I think is like the 25th of January. This pack includes incredibly powerful new themes, which, respect. Honestly, if Konami's being transparent and they're just like, legit, we're getting more than one good competitive theme in this core set, that's already a huge just thing that if it's actually true, you know what I mean? I have no doubt that there's new themes here, but, sometimes Konami can kind of toot their own horn and then an archetype comes out and it kind of flops, But that's cool. As well as new cards that power up existing popular themes. Cool. Love that. And will also include cards related to Yu-Gi-Oh! Card game The Chronicles, the promotional short anime series starting in April 2025. A bunch of extra information here, but that's more like stuff about the actual OCG breakdown of the set. But that's really, really cool. So I went through and I actually ran through like what archetypes are actually already confirmed to be in the Yu-Gi-Oh! Card game The Chronicles, because that would already give us like kind of a baseline of what our pool of archetypes we can already start looking at as like what might get support, which is really cool. And I also don't know exactly exactly how they're releasing the new shorts, the Chronicle shorts. Are they going to release like one at a time? Are they going to be released all at once? I don't know. So it's possible, depending on how they kind of structure how they're going to release each short and everything. It's possible it could go through to the next core set, and the next core set could also have support for some of the archetypes if the show is like still going on, if the shorts are still running at that time. So that could be kind of cool. But anyway, for the archetypes that actually were shown so far, I'm just going to run down my list here. Dark Magician, Blue Eyes, Red Eyes. Those are like the first three shown. That's cool. We did just get a Blue Eyes structure deck, so I don't know if I really believe that they'll give us more Blue Eyes support. They're also like performing like the third best deck in the game, so I don't know if they want to play with giving them actual good support. But again, Chronicles is kind of a lore breakdown, so not every new card has to be an absolute banger. They may be more lore cards that help flesh out the lore of the archetype in the card game without being crazy, competitive cards that push the archetype. But Dark Magician Red Eyes could work. Red Eyes technically got more support from Metal Morph recently, but it's not crazy. Like, you know what I mean? It's not like crazy direct support. So I wouldn't be surprised if either of those get some cards, because they're obviously some of the biggest names, popularity-wise. Moving on from there, you have Charmers. Interesting one. I don't know what they do there, but Charmers is cool. Ice Barrier was in Terminal World 1 last year, so I don't know if they're going to give them more support, but that'd be cool. I do like Ice Barriers. Melfi, cool. We've kind of been waiting for another round of Melfi support. Divine Arsenal, Double A Zeus, not really an archetype, but they do show like a little Zeus versus Typhon matchup. Is it possible we get a third figure in that lore-wise? Because those two kind of clash heads. Is it possible there's another like space Gundam type figure, and we get a new card for that? That's maybe another generic piece, maybe. Six Samurai gets shown. Last core set or the set prior, we got like 4 or 5 new cards for Six Samurai. I'm not too concerned about them getting more cards. Live Twins, we just got confirmed 2 cards for Alliance Insight, and they look good. Now, to be fair, in defense of Live Twins getting more support, the cards revealed are a Kiss a Kill Link 1 and a Lilla X new main deck monster. Is it possible that in the next set we get like a Lilla Link 1 and a Kiss a Kill additional main deck monster? That's possible because we do expect to get those at some point. So we'll keep that in mind. From there you move to like Albaz and Dogmatica, of course. These are the ones I probably expect the most because they're like on the cover of like everything they've done to kind of like promote the anime. So it's like Albaz and Dogmatica seem to be cream of the crop there. I'm personally hoping for more Dogmatica stuff. I couldn't care less about Albaz specifically, but I do think Dogmatica is a really cool archetype, and I'd like them to actually give them some more support. The ritual stuff is cool, but I just don't think it's good enough. So I don't know, something else to make them a little better would be really cool. Exodia shown off in there. That's another interesting one. Don't know exactly what they do with that. Would they just give the more recent version of the Exodia deck that is only like a couple months old? Would they give that archetype a couple new cards? I don't know, but it's possible. It's kind of up there with Dark Magician and Red Eyes as being like one of those top archetypes that has a chance to get our support here. Visa Starfrost is shown off here, so you know, I don't know what they would do there. They could just make random Visa Starfrost lore cards that kind of just aren't a specific archetype, or it's possible Cash, Tear, Scareclaw, and Manatium are all alive to get something. Although I think it's more likely it's just like a generic Visas card, if anything. Next up we move to Dragon Rollers. Dragon Rollers are also shown off here. They did just get their new, like 6 new cards or whatever, 5 new cards. So kind of a lot already. I doubt they'd give them more cards in the immediate next set, because I think Konami want to see how they do with the first wave anyway. Fire King and Atlanteans are shown off here. We just got like a combined 8 new cards for Atlanteans. We're coming off a year where Fire King has been a very competent competitive deck. I don't know if I believe that they either would actually get support here, so that one to me doesn't make a ton of sense. They show off the Bellstar. That's another one very similar to Visa Starfrost to me, where I don't know if they would actually make, you know, White Force, Snake Eye, Goblin Biker, Azamina support, but could they, like they do this in every set anyway right now, which is just make a new Sinful Spoil cards or 3 every set, just to keep rounding out the lore, and not all of them have like super competitive, you know, viability. So you know, I think that's more so the realm they would play around in. And then last 3, you have Soulful Chord shown off. I think it's actually the last one shown. It's kind of funny, but oh no, second to last. This one's interesting, right? This archetype's terrible, and it's still pretty new, all things considered. So that's fine. They'd have to do something crazy to actually make it good, but I could see them doing something there. Magistus is one where, even if you want to say, Magistus has gotten so many cards lately. Well, 1, they're still not good, and 2, not only are they being shown in the Yu-Gi-Oh! The Chronicles, but they're also part of the current, you know, the current lore manga series. I can't even remember what it's called right now. I can't even remember what it's called, but whatever. The manga series, they did Sky Striker before. Now they're on to Magistus. So they're currently the main feature there. I would not be surprised if there's more cards in here to keep the support rolling, to actually at some point make Magistus competent, because they're just shy of it right now, and it won't take much. So I really hope that's the case. And the last one is obviously Sky Striker. Sky Strikers are such a fan favorite. I would not be shocked if they make new Sky Striker support. I don't know what they'd want to do there, because every time we keep saying, like, could they make like an actual good boss monster for them, like a Link 2 or 3 that's like doesn't take crazy materials, but it actually does apply a good amount of pressure on its own. Something like that feels good, but you never know. It'll probably culminate in a new spell or 2 or something. You never, like, that's kind of what I expect. But yeah, cool stuff. Any of those archetypes to me are live, aside from, like, I just don't see Blue Eyes, Ice Barrier, Six Samurai, Live Twin, Fire King, Atlanteans. There's just some of these have gotten, like, support very recently, and I don't know if I see it. It's still possible, though. You know, the comic can do whatever they want, so Very, very cool to see, but we'll keep an eye out for that. And obviously, they can't support all of those, right? This is one core set, 80 card core set in the OCG. They're not going to have enough room to support all of those, but I do think they'll pick the ones that they think deserve it the most, haven't got support as recently, and go from there. So really cool. Let me know your guys' thoughts down below. Which of those archetypes would you be most hyped to see get included? Obviously, for me, it's Magistus. It's probably Dogmatica. I'd throw... I'd probably... Those are definitely the two big ones for me. If you want me to throw a third one in, twist my arm, I'd probably say Red Eyes. But, yeah, those are probably my 3 picks there, if I could pick any 3. But let me know your guys' picks down below, and I'll talk to you guys soon. I'll keep you posted with any new news as we go forward, and stay tuned for that. Subscribe to the channel. I'll see you next one. Peace.